Nice.
We should have that a bot that plays that song every time it hears the StarCraft 2 countdown.
That would be sexually active. What's going on, everybody? My name is BC and Palomino with Muhammad G. BC at G-Dog. We're going to jump into this second game of best of three, the first set of this tournament. We did see a brutal game going down here. Kyle playing his hardest, as well as Shiney playing their hardest, really showing how the positioning factor is so brutal. And also, if you're going with the similar compositions, those upgrades can make an enormous difference, staying either on par or maybe one step ahead. It's a tough game.
Yeah, it's definitely mirror matchups really come down to just kind of composition and upgrades are pretty much the key thing that really defines mirror matchups, because if you don't have better upgrades than your opponent and you have lesser upgrades, then that can really just almost destroy your army. Or if you have similar upgrades, it can really just come down to armor composition and just mass army, whoever has the better army, which is really what you really want. You want to either be above or in the middle, tied or more per se. So that's definitely something to look out for, especially in mirror matchups.
Now we are seeing the supply depot at the bottom, which is huge because that means you can't triple bunker rush your opponent in his base. I'm just kidding, no one does that anymore. Was that a beta thing? I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was a beta thing.
Was that a beta thing?
I played the beta and that was just not even fun. Triple bunker rush.
Yeah.
It's just like, how do I stop this?
Well, we did see good old Cold Popcorn showing his skills, taking out BC in spades with two bunker rushes, and then went into I think it was, I'm pretty sure it was a 1-1-1 composition. Oh, very painful and powerful, and BC in spades barely losing the games.
Right, those were some very close matchups, which I was very excited about that matchup. It was a very interesting matchup to kind of peruse, per se. Looks like Shiney is gonna get it. I'm sorry. Looks like Kyle is gonna get some nice scouting information. Gonna see that one gas go down, which can mean an early tech lab, which can mean early marauders or early just stim pack. You know, because there's been getting now in more like the meta game almost. You can have kind of heavy marine stim pack, no medevac all-ins, you could say, which are very common now in higher leagues, which is pretty crazy to see.
Oh baby, that's very unfortunate. Always these poor scouts, when you're against a Terran, these poor scouts always seem to get trapped in here unless you try to leave, especially early. Now we are going to see a second barracks following up. Kyle did this last game. We're going to have a very fast tech lab as well. But this gas, these gases, I think, let me go ahead and count them on the refinery for good old Kyle. We are going to have 3,552, and on the other side, 3,540. So these refineries are just about matched up. Now, instead of seeing a second racks, we are going to see a factory following up for good old Shiney, and I wouldn't be surprised to see a standard 1-1-1 opening. And right now, only one player has a tower. It looks like Shiney's SCV is going to be a little extra ballsy today, and he's going to take the tower closest to his opponent. Now, I could just imagine Marines, any aggression, streaming right by this tower, and I wouldn't be surprised to see that, and this could give Shiney a lot of very nice information.
Ooh, looks like Kyle is going to go for this 2 Rex Reapers, which are very deadly. Fun fact, 3 Reapers can one-shot Marines, or they can one-shot SCVs, so this is definitely going to come into play right now. He's going to have 2 barracks pumping out Reapers, and if you get a nice mass Reapers, it doesn't matter if you can kind of engage it on time. They're so fast, he can walk up, kill your mineral line, and just get out with at least 7 or 8 left, if you have the right number and proper micro. So this is definitely going to be something to watch out for.
Wow. But on the other end of the world, we are seeing a 1-1-1 going down. It looks like Shiney is opting for his siege tech instead of his cloak. A lot of times with these 1-1-1, you're seeing Marines, you're seeing Banshees with cloak, or you'll see siege tanks with siege mode. It is common to you may see both, but it does push the timing back little. The player won't have both upgrades for a while, more maybe around 9 to 10 minutes they'll actually be able to get them, but that's if they're using, that takes a lot of gas. That's if they're going to use mostly all of that gas towards that. And this is a one base, I think this is a one base shenanigans we're going to see from Shiney. Now this is a best of 3, meaning that Shiney is going to be able to feel comfortable possibly losing this game. Might be trying something a little new, a little risky, but it looks like Kyle, he knows what he wants to do right here, adding on 3 more racks. This is a 1 base as well. I think we're going to see from both players.
Looks like we're going to see a similar play from last time from Kyle, a 6 racks. But however, he does get his gases early, and he does go ahead and pump out a lot of Reapers. Let's see if we can see Tech Labs. If so, we are going to see mass Reapers. Like I said, they can pretty much instant kill heavy Marines. However, Reapers are very, very fragile, so they can be taken down easily if not microed properly.
Oh, golly gee, these units are moving out across the field. Looks like they may actually tap this tower, and right now Shiney knows exactly what's coming to him. Wouldn't be surprised to see a nice little spread. I wonder. Yes, he has full vision of these Reapers moving out, and it looks like Shiney's actually moving. Gonna go ahead, and he has these medevacs loaded up. Like he wants to put on some aggression, maybe some harassment. Second factory. This Shiney's base. If these medevacs leave his base, this Shiney's base is gonna be. It's gonna be empty. Oh no! I think we're gonna see a base trade going down here.
Yeah, it definitely looks like that. However, Kyle might be able to get out enough greens to maybe stop it. He does have 1 Marauder, which can do a lot of DPS. However, I think that once Shining sees his whole base is going to get taken down by these Reapers right now. There's nothing really these 4 SCVs can do. These Reapers are just going to walk in and just do so much damage. These 3 Marines aren't going to be able to help. However, he is just going to kind of push all of his SCVs. Oh, but these Reapers were on move command, so they did have a lot of time where they weren't shooting. And it looks like Kyle just really lost all of those. 14 workers killed, though. That is a nice little chunk of workers. That does boost him in economy just a bit, which, or actually, no, a lot, actually. 19 to 25 harvesters. Wow, did a lot of damage. This medevac's gonna come over and heal these SCVs. Fun fact, Reapers can, or SCVs can be either repaired or healed because they are armored or mechanical biological. Boom, didn't know that. Fun fact.
Shiny does have this very nice positioning going down right at the back of the main, and right now he has medevacs as well. I don't think Kyle is going to be able to clean this out without using all of his SCVs to join the battle.
Yeah, it definitely looks really, really bad right now, and there's the GG well played from Kyle.
Very tough position as we saw those medevacs just about halfway down, halfway to their opponents, a little more than halfway to his opponent's base, while those Reapers just went ahead and popped into Shiny's base. And really, really tough call for both players, really having to make that whatchamacallit, make that those harassment units, make them as beneficial, as cost effective as possible.